I'm Nick Pescor.
And I'm Natalie Cagno.
30 years ago today, the infamous Menendez brothers hurt their family unimaginably. Looking back, officials explained to Channel 20 how the Menendez brothers plotted the murder.
I'm here right now at Richard J. Donovan Correctional Facility with Sheriff Morgan Buzzard to talk to Eric Mendez on the leads to the murder.
After the incident, my department and I found a screenplay called Friends, after two kids killing their parents for their inheritance money.
Looking back on it, many years later, do you still think that it was worth the money?
To be honest, it wasn't my idea. See, my brother wanted this Tom Brady 12 jersey, and it was on sale in Mexico, and we didn't have enough money to buy it, so...
I have 146, I'll be right back.
So we didn't have enough money to buy it. So we were like, yo, Mom and Dad.
So you
got
killed
money.
your parents for a Tom Brady jersey?
It was exclusive, man. Like, what do you want me to do, pass up the deal? My brother has been bugging me for 2 months.
How did you guys go about the plan on killing your parents?
You see, we know this guy. He walks his neighbor's dog. Whose owner is cousins with a guy who sells guns in the hood.
So you guys bought the shotgun just 2 days before the murder. What went through your mind during this?
I didn't know how to shoot a gun. I almost shot my phalanges off trying to use it. It's not a good deal.
Yeah, I got him. You dingbat. Now you're in jail for the rest of your life. I'm putting you back in the hole where you belong.
Yeah, right.
Let's go.
Okay.
That's all we have for the Mendez brothers. Now off to some more information on our social classes today. Everyone knows that there's a first class, a middle class, and a lower class. But for some of you, here it is in easier terms. You got your Al Roker.
Who's that?
Exactly.
John Kasich is considered to be middle class. And at the top is President Trump.
On the topic with President Trump, he was upset by the fact that a female, Melissa McCarthy, played a role as Sean Spicer. A Trump donor said himself, Trump doesn't like his people to look weak. Trump himself was silent over Twitter that weekend.
The skit on Saturday Night Live, which showed how uncomfortable the White House was with a female playing the role of a man.
Sources say the caricature of Spicer by McCarthy was upsetting to the press secretary and to his allies, who saw how it could affect the Trump world. Recent news reports have discussed the difference between stereotypes.
With those facts, now we can move on to the topic of segregated proms.
At Wilcox County, they hosted their first integrated prom on March 14th, 2016. But before that, they had white-only proms, because the white parents were the only ones willing to fund the proms.
Yesterday, we interviewed a mother and a daughter from Wilcox County on their opinions of the segregated proms that used to exist there.
Today we're at Wilcox County, and we're here to interview the daughter who goes here and her mother. Let's go. What are your feelings now that we don't have segregated proms?
I feel that we should have segregated proms, but I'm going to fight until I get what we need, and I'm not going to let my child go to a prom when there is colored people there. She is white, and everyone around her needs to be white too. No colored people.
I'm here with Emma Adamson, a student at Wilcox County, and I'll be interviewing her on the topic of segregated proms. So Emma, how do you feel that there aren't any segregated proms this year?
I feel like it's a good idea. I have many friends of a different race, and now we could all go together and hang out.
Wow, that must be fun. Okay, but what do you think other students feel about this?
There's a lot of mixed emotions, especially from the parents, because they were funding the segregated proms. But now everyone seems to be a lot happier because now we can all come together and not be so separate.
That's good. I hope it continues. Well, I hope you have a good time at prom.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bo. That was great. Students at Wilcox County aren't facing segregated proms anymore. They have successfully thrown an integrated prom as of March 14th. Have fun at prom, guys.
But we wanted to go more in depth with how people feel about the segregated proms.
So we sent over Emily and Maddie to talk to an administrator on their thoughts on it.
Over to you, Emily and Maddie.
Why do you think the school should have segregated proms?
Well, I don't feel that schools should have segregated proms.
Why do you feel this way?
I mean, the world itself is not segregated, so I think doing that is probably an unhealthy practice.
What do you think schools should do to help prevent it?
Well, in the case that you guys told me about, I think that the school would be better served to take over the organization of the prom. You know, maybe establish a student group or student council to set it up that way. Then it would come under the the realm of law instead of parents who might not have the best intentions.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Are you for or against segregated proms? I'm against it. Why do you feel that way? Because it's not right legally or ethically or morally, and we shouldn't have segregation in this country. Everybody's equal. Everybody should be equal.
How would you do to prevent this from happening?
We should make it known to the public. The more people know, the more educated we are, the better decisions we can make. So we need to speak out against it, make a stand against it. Thank you. You're welcome.
Do you think there should be segregated proms?
No,
Why do you feel that way?
because they're morally wrong.
How so?
Because you shouldn't separate people based on color.
What would you do in the future to prevent this from happening?
Not sure.
Thank you, Ethan, for your time.
We went over the topics of Menendez brothers, social classes, gender roles, and lastly, segregated proms.
Hopefully we will see you next week. We hope you've learned a little bit more about what's going on in today's society. I'm Natalie Cagno.
And I'm Nick Pascore.
And goodbye from Channel 20 News.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Nick Pascore.
And I'm Natalie Cagno.
30 years ago today, the infamous Menendez brothers hurt their family unimaginably. Looking back,
We'll both do it.
Oh, for boss. I didn't know how to shoot a gun. I'm gonna show my fling.
That's all we have for the Mendez brothers. Now off to some more information on our social classes today. So everyone knows that there's a... Ew! It's still rolling! Who's that?
What is that?
Kanye is broke, girl.
he's a nice man.
Stop recording!
Nick, what are your thoughts on this?
Don't get Nick's shoes in there. His shoes are rainbow. Thanks, Phil. That was great. Students at Wilcox County are...
Thanks, Phil. That was great. Students at Wilcox County aren't facing segregated proms anymore. They've successfully thrown an integrated prom as of March 14th. Have fun at prom, guys. More in depth.
You're my grill.
Yeah. We'll stay for the 3 of them. Doing their free time.
Emily, it's time for Channel 20 News. Channel 20 News?
Maddie, wake up! Channel 20 News!
Channel 20 News?
Channel
20
News.
Coming at you live with 75% chance to race. Oh, wait, at 6.